So I've been playing Pokemon Go for the past month, and man, am I liking this game a lot, despite the bugs that it has and the server issues, although not so much anymore, but it was really annoying back when it first came out. But still, I definitely love the social aspect because I've made a lot of friends playing this game. I even made a couple videos on my other YouTube channel walking through Universal Studios City Walk and Disney Springs in Orlando, Florida. So you can check out, see how many Pokestops there are, which is quite frequently. They're everywhere, actually. So it's a pretty good place to hang out and farm Pokeballs, but also catch Pokemon as well. This video is more like a progress report, showing you how far I've come, what Pokemon I have. So here we go. I have the game open right now. So right off the bat, let me just say I'm level 30, and actually halfway. I'm almost to 31. But you know, when that patch came out, making it hard to catch Pokemon, I was level 29. So it was so difficult to try to catch enough Pokemon, enough Pidgey-Candies, Weedles, and Caterpies to make it to level 30. And I don't know how long I could take it. It's just ridiculous. But anyway, so these are the medals I have, and well, I'm not really going to talk about all these medals. I mean, you can pause and take a look at how far I am. Anyway, so I'm T Valor, in case if you're wondering. Here's my Pokedex. I've caught 130 and seen 130. Although completing my Pokedex isn't really a priority, my priority has always been to level up. So I try to fill out the Pokedex if on the side if I can, but not really going to go out of my way to go to various places to try to catch certain Pokemon. Although there is a different park I sometimes go to that I just catch a bunch of different Pokemon that I don't typically find at the usual park I go to that's closer to me. So these are my Pokemon in CP order. So I have 3 Dragonites. I definitely look at the IVs as well. So showing, I maxed out 2 of my Dragonites, the first 2, they're in the 3000s. I have 127 Dratini candy, so I can get a 4th Dragonite, but I'm just looking for that good IV Dratini, somewhere in the 90 percentages. But unfortunately, this 3rd Dragonite, I didn't know about IVs back then. And plus, no Steel Wings, so I'm not really going to bother powering it up. Otherwise, I would have 3 powered up Dragonites. But so, these are the ones I have in order. Now, let me just rearrange it in Pokedex number. I typically like having the fully evolved form of all the Pokemon with me, just because, I don't know, I'm just weird like that. I don't know, you guys do that? I don't know, maybe it's just me. I just like having the fully evolved form. Anyway, so, I have Venusaur, of course. Where I'm at, I get a lot of Bulbasaurs, so I don't really typically catch all the Bulbasaurs I encounter because they're kind of hard to catch, especially with the recent patch that it's just harder to catch Pokemon. They flee from you. It's a lot of Pokeballs to spend. I don't really want to catch these starter Pokemon. But anyway, so I kind of stopped catching Bulbasaurs and Squirtles, but Charmanders, it is hard to come by where I'm at. So, I mean, this is actually still my starter Charmander. I have 73 candies, so okay, I definitely caught a good amount. But eventually, you know, I don't know if I'm going to bother looking for a good IV Charmander. Of course, I do check all the time, but we'll see if I ever find a good IV. But anyway, all 3 of these Blastoises I have caught in the wild, so I guess I got lucky. And I probably should, I don't know, get rid of that 31 CP Blastoise, but I just think it's pretty cool having 3 Blastoises. Anyway, so, and this Metapod, yeah, I found this at Walmart with that CP, so I thought it was kind of funny. Anyway, jokes aside, these are, of course, all the Pidgeys I plan on evolving, but I don't have enough to justify using a Lucky Egg. I don't, so... going through, I have some of these evolved forms. So, I hatched that Clefairy. It's 80%. I still need to get more. Clefairies are hard to come by. I'm still scrolling through. Arcanine is a really good Pokemon. Growlithe, again, they're kind of hard to come by. I actually found this Arcanine in the wild. Caught it like that. But I'm still trying to find a good IV Growlithe or Arcanine. And so, now, funny, that Poliwrath, I didn't even know about IVs when I got this Poliwrath, so 91% I got lucky. But this Poliwag, I've been catching a lot of Poliwags. I have 194 Poliwag candies. I'm getting ready for Politoed. I'm looking for a good IV Poliwag so I can keep it as a Poliwhirl. So, moving on, I still need to evolve to a Machamp. Let's see, Slowbro. So, I have a lot of Slowpoke candies. I definitely have enough to get a Slowking whenever that comes out. And man, Magnemite. So, I found that Magneton in the wild, but... You know, Magnemite and Magneton is the only steel Pokemon for Generation 1. You would think it should be a good Pokemon because it resists a lot of top-tier Pokemon, like, you know, resisting Dragonites and all those water Pokemon and Snorlaxes. Like, it can resist a bunch of stuff. I mean, obviously, it can't resist fire, but hey, I mean, there's a lot of water Pokemon everywhere. I'm sure you have water Pokemon taking care of fire Pokemon, but unfortunately, its stats just doesn't hold up very well. I'm still looking for an IV somewhere in the 90s, Magnemite. We'll see if I find that eventually. And lucky enough, Ghastly, man, 2 Ghastly, 91%, and I have a Gengar's 93%. It's crazy. Onix, I have like 80 something candies. I'm getting ready for that Steelix. I don't know how many candies that's going to cost, but I do want to max out a Steelix because Steelix is just one of my favorite Pokemon in Gen 2. Love it. See, moving on, and so this is kind of funny. I called this Execute 777. I nicknamed it Lucky Eggs. And I found a 666 Execute. It's Evil Eggs. Okay, maybe that's kind of cheesy, but still. Oh well, so Tangela, 90%, ready for that Tangrowth. Rhyhorn, I'm still looking for 90% something Rhyhorn so I can get Rhyperior whenever that comes out. The Seadra, I'm pretty sure I have enough for a Kingdra whenever that comes out. Oh, Scyther, I definitely want a Scizor. I need to catch more Scythers though. Let's see, moving on. So I have 6 Gyarados. I actually evolved all these. I did catch 1 Gyarados in Disney Springs, but it was like 400%. And at the time, I was like level 12 or something. So I don't know if I'm going to evolve this Magikarp to 91%. I do have enough to get a 7th Gyarados, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to hold off on that. So I have a couple of Vaporeons. It's pretty good. Oh, of course, actually, I called this 666 Eevee. I nicknamed it Evil. I don't know if that sounds cheesy. So simply when I definitely check all the IVs of Eevees, and if it's 90-something%, I do want a Vaporeon because, okay, yeah, Vaporeon's Water Gun got nerfed in Aqua Tail, but that Hydro Pump, I mean, Vaporeon CP is still pretty good, and it's no weakling by any means. So moving on, it's funny, this Aerodactyl, funny story. This is the first Aerodactyl and the only Aerodactyl I've ever caught in the wild. I never hatched one, and it was 97%. Amazing, I got lucky that time. Snorlax, I've caught a couple Snorlax. I think I probably caught like maybe 12 ever. So I have a couple Snorlax candies, but man, all the Snorlaxes, they're in the 70%. So, we'll see. Alright, so lastly, I have 91% Dratini. I kind of want to wait to maybe find a 95%, another one if possible, but I don't know. If I ever get enough Dratini candies to get another Dragonite, then I'll probably evolve this one into a Dragonite and power it up. I don't know. We'll see. Depends. Typically, I go to the park where I go, it has a lot of Dratinis. So sometimes when I show people that I have like 3 Dragonites, and people are like, what the? But the place I go to, a lot of Dratini spawn, so. Even though I like this game a lot, still I'm getting a little tired of finding Rattatas and, well, really the same Pokemon. I mean, after all, 150 Pokemon, I feel like people are already almost about to finish the Pokedex, and it's like, well, I kind of want Gen 2 to come out already, just to give it a little bit more variety of what can encounter, and as well as the other generations will soon eventually come. So do you play Pokemon Go? If so, what level are you? Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to Crane's Roost Park.